Moving across the world for love is supposed to be the ultimate romantic fairy tale, right? You pack your bags, you land in a stunning tropical paradise, hello Aruba, and you finally start your happily ever after with the person you've dreamed of. But for Chloe and Johnny on the new season of 90 Day Fiancé, the other way, that fairy tale is rapidly turning into an absolute nightmare. The dream is unraveling faster than a cheap beach towel, and it's all culminating in one of the most explosive fights we've seen. We just witnessed an argument so toxic and heated it might have sunk their relationship for good, ending with Johnny hurling words like psycho and crazy at a furious Chloe. So what on earth could push someone to that breaking point? Get ready, because this is a wild story of secrets, deep-seated suspicion, and a stakeout from a tree. No, you did not read that wrong. The dream versus the reality. Let's set the scene, because the betrayal cuts so much deeper when you know what Johnny was hoping for. He was all in. He was so ready to build a life with Chloe that he almost vacated his own house, bending over backward to give her ample space and make her feel comfortable and secure in her new home. He had this beautiful, simple vision of a future. He wanted a partner. He wanted a family. He wanted someone to build a real, tangible life with. His one minor hang-up: he really wanted Chloe to learn how to cook. It might sound old-fashioned to some, but for Johnny, it was clearly a symbol of partnership, of home, and of starting that family life he craved. But let's be honest, that tiny concern has been completely eclipsed. The minor issue of zero cooking skills has been replaced by a massive, glaring 5-alarm fire. Can these two ever trust each other? Because just days after landing in Aruba to supposedly live with him permanently, Chloe went full-on detective. Operation Pirate Ship Stakeout. This wasn't just a case of "I'm feeling insecure, so I'm going to check his phone," though we'll get to that part in a minute. This was next level. Feeling deeply suspicious, Chloe recruited her friend, Kariana, for a full-blown covert operation. Their mission? To spy on Johnny while he was at work on his pirate ship. Their vantage point? Sitting in a tree on the shore. Can you even imagine? We're picturing binoculars, hushed whispers, and the whole 9 yards. They were literally hiding in the foliage, taking note of his every action, trying to catch him in. Well, something, anything. And here's the most heartbreaking part. After her investigation, Chloe didn't feel ashamed or embarrassed. She felt completely justified. In her mind, her decision to spy wasn't an insane breach of trust. It was the right call. This wasn't a moment of, "Oops, I overreacted." This was, "My suspicion was correct." The friend confrontation. The drama didn't even wait for a private moment to explode. It spilled over into what should have been a casual group hangs when Chloe and Kariana met up with Johnny and his fellow pirate, a co-worker, Keener. What started with a few moments of laughter and light-hearted jokes quickly turned into an ambush. Chloe rounded on Keener, essentially accusing him of being a terrible influence on her man. She had apparently heard that Keener had cheated on his own partner. In Chloe's mind, the math was simple. Bad friend equals bad partner. She expressed her deep-seated worry that Keener wasn't just a friend but an enabler for Johnny's potential, pathetic behavior. She told him flat out that she was starting to see him differently. Keener, trying to play it cool, complimented her tan, and then he dropped the bomb. He was the one who had spotted her hiding in the trees. Johnny, standing right there, was completely blindsided. The confused, shocked look on his face said it all. "You what? The beach blowout?" This is where the wheels didn't just come off. They flew off, rolled down the beach, and sank into the ocean. On that same beach, with the tension so thick you could cut it with a pirate's sword, Chloe confirmed everything. She told Johnny, straight to his face, that yes, she and Kariana had been watching his every move from their secret tree perch. The shock on Johnny's face quickly curdled into pure anger. He immediately confronted her friend, but the real venom was reserved for Chloe. "There is no trust in this relationship," he declared. And honestly, can you blame him for feeling that way? But here's the twist that makes this a true 90-Day Fiancé saga. Chloe didn't just decide to spy for no reason. She spied because Johnny had cut off her other method of tracking him. She had previously demanded, not asked, demanded that he keep his phone's location sharing on at all times when he went to work. For a while, he actually did it. But understandably, he got sick of being monitored like a package and finally refused, turning it off. For Chloe, that refusal wasn't a man wanting a shred of privacy, it was an admission of guilt. In her mind, he forced her hand. His refusal to be tracked 24/7 meant she had to follow him in secret. She needed proof, all while he was pressuring her to just believe him. Psycho and crazy. In that moment on the beach, JOHNY seemed to have a heartbreaking realization. Chloe was never going to trust him. The spying wasn't a one-time lapse in judgment, it was her new normal. Chloe, desperately trying to do damage control, tried to clarify her intentions. She insisted her spying wasn't malicious, as he thought. In fact, in a truly baffling defense, she said that she and Kariana found the spying very helpful. This, of course, only made things 1,000 times worse. When Keener came over, Chloe couldn't control her rage, yelling at him and making it crystal clear she hated him and JOHNY hanging out together. She sounded awful and desperate as she yelled that she deserved respect from her lover. JOHNY swore that he always respected whatever she said. But Chloe just shot back, denying he ever showed it to her. That was the final straw. Pushed to his absolute limit, JOHNY snapped. He fired back with the most toxic, relationship-ending words in the arsenal. He called her psycho, crazy, and jealous. The words hung in the air, heavy and poisonous. It was the nuclear option in their argument, and it left Chloe absolutely reeling. So where does this leave them? JOHNY came into this wanting a wife and a family. He got a partner who watches him from a tree. Chloe came to Aruba looking for love and security. She's found only reasons to be insecure and is now being called crazy by the man she moved her entire life for. This isn't just a small fight. This is a fundamental, catastrophic breakdown of trust. He feels monitored, judged, and trapped. She feels suspicious, justified, and now, deeply insulted. Can a relationship even come back from this? Is there any way to rebuild trust when one person is playing private investigator and the other is resorting to such vicious name-calling? Right now it feels less like a happily ever after and more like a run for the hills. This season is just getting started, and this couple is already on fire, and not in a good way. We will be watching every single second. Stay tuned to TV season and spoilers for the latest 90-day Fiancé updates as this story unfolds.